Hey, soul loves. This is your astrology insights, your energy analysis for the week of May 12th, 13th, out 7 days from whatever that is. I never know the dates on this. That's awful. And I just got the writing this, so I should know the dates. Anyway, that's beside the point. We have another week that's not just a ordinary days. It's actually openings into the portals of the future. So I am Kimberly Crow, and this is Celestial Juju, and I am going to go through the big ass transits for the week. Did you hear me say more than one? Usually I highlight one big ass transit. Well, we got four of those this week. Yes, we do. So we'll go through that, what this is on each day, what this means to the collective, and then what it means to you individually. And I'll go through the transits for each day and what that energy is. And then we'll do, after we do your signs, we will do your house themes. We'll do a transmission of energy and see what comes up for us. So the big one that we start out with Monday is Uranus and Taurus are conjunct in the sun. Well, it's a Taurus sun, and Uranus conjuncts Taurus in the sun. That's what happens. So I've already done a whole thing on that one. So go check it out. I already uploaded it, so you would have the information. It's I went through all the signs. So that's out there. That's out there for you that you can go into that and look at that and connect to the energy to release your inner wow, because that's what this energy is all about. And then not only do we have that, uh everybody's in Taurus right now. There's a big stellium there. So we also have Mercury moving into Taurus this week, and we have Venus is going to conjunct Uranus on the 18th, and then we have Jupiter on the same day conjuncting the sun. So that's what we've got going on. So that's what I'm going to dive in for you and what this energy means for you. So expect with this energy of the awakener. That's who Uranus is. It's awakened energy. It's quick flashes of enlightenment. It is all about unexpected changes. It's about shakeups that are in store. So buckle up your seatbelt and enjoy this unpredictable ride. So we've all known that, this season, this intertwining season that we have in Taurus, that we were going to have this energy of this. And so now, what do we do with this? What's the opportunity, and when will this come into play for you? Well, with Jupiter and Venus both being under the sun's beams, they're invisible right now. It may be before they come into visibility that you feel the shifts that this great awakener is bringing to you, that you get the sudden insights and the sudden aha. So just make a note of that, put a feather in your hat around it, and pay attention to it. So this energy, it could be chaotic, it could be an exciting experience, it could be anything but the usual. Taurus may be the fixed earth sign of steadiness and reliability, but on May the 3rd, the sun 13th, the sun will become one with Uranus, the planet of innovation, rebellion, and social breakthroughs. This could inspire you to go against the grain in a meaningful way, to embody an idea that may be ahead of time. You don't have to live by conventional norms or measure up to anyone else's expectation. So why should you? Luckily, the love planet Venus ruler of Taurus, also forms a helpful sextile with the grounding Saturn on the 13th, too, which will allow us to process these changes more gracefully with respect to long term effectiveness. Taurus season kicks into even further into gear on the 15th when the chatty intellectual Mercury enters its sensual and down to earth territory. Mercury in Taurus may not be fast paced or quick thinking, but it does allow us to pause and to ponder before making a move. It also opens a window of communication that's based on truth, practicality, and carefully considered plan. However, a major drawback is that it could lead to stubborn, unforgiving thinking, as well as very slow response rate for emails, text messages, and you can forget about phone calls on that day. Just don't even try. Save those for when Mercury enters into Gemini on in June, okay? Conversations could veer into the dark, forbidden territory on the 17th when Mercury forms a square to Pluto, the detective and the destroyer, lifting up the veil to reveal what lurks behind the lies. Take care of not getting entangled in manipulative situations or encountered with rude, untrustworthy people. You can meet someone new, even experience love at first sight. However, it could also lead to unexpected purchases, losses, and financial gains. All of this is building up to a beautiful crescendo on May 18th when Taurus joins the forces of the expansive and extravagant Jupiter. And this could lead to major conclusion that allows you to realize your strength and have confidence in your identity. It could bring a feeling of uh, excess to certain areas of your life, especially in terms of love and money. Something is about to feel overflowing, overwhelming. So now I'm going to dive into the navigation of the week and each day and also what the moon is doing. It's the moon is the barometer of the mood of the collective. So we're going to go through that, what the stars are aligning to, what's the pivotal shifts that's going to resonate uh, through the energy of each day and what that is for you. So I'm going to explore that in details for you. Okay, so Monday, Mercury shift and Venus's um, Saturn harmony. Okay. So the week kicks off with the critical transition as Mercury positioned at 26 degrees, almost 27, moves to 27, having entered Aries on March the 10th and lingering there for over 9 weeks, is now preparing to shift into Taurus on Wednesday. So if you've encountered any delays in projects that were started during that Mercury retrograde period from April the 1st to the 25th, you can expect it to realign with momentum. This day also highlights the beneficial alignment between the Saturn and Venus, enhancing the financial stability and the relationships. Tuesday is the emotional dynamics and creative pursuits day as the moon continues its journey into Leo. It's square to Venus in the late afternoon, and it may cause a brief feelings of dissatisfaction. I have never been able to say that word, being dissatisfied, okay, regarding unmet needs. Despite this, the days offers a brilliant, vibrant backdrop for creative and romantic endeavors supported by Leo's fiery energy. Wednesday, Mercury enters Taurus and tensions arise as Mercury makes its anticipated entry into Taurus, bringing financial insights, deeper relationship connections. However, it immediately encounters and squares with Pluto, potentially stirring up power struggles or intensifying negotiations. The day calls for you to be diplomatic and patient. Thursday, Mars vigor and Pluto's insight. Mars is in its domicile of Aries, and it continues to inject the robust energy to drive our pursuits. Meanwhile, Pluto's retrograde in Taurus encourages us to reconsider our communal roles and the structures within our societies. I forgot to mention that another layer on top of this is the fact that um, Pluto went retrograde last week. So go back. I did a thing for all of that. So go back and listen to that one too, and what that means for you and what house it's in for you. Okay. So on Friday, Virgo's practicality. It enhances the sociability aspect. The moon is in Virgo. It aligns harmoniously with Venus around noon, fostering sociability and enhancing creative expression. Later, there's a trine with Uranus, which invites us to break free from outdated habits and to embrace new emotional landscapes. Saturday, Libra's harmony in Jupiter's promise. As the moon glides into Libra, it enhances the pursuit of balance and social engagement. A significant celestial event unfolds as the sun conjuncts Jupiter in Taurus, signaling a day filled with optimistic energy and potential financial gains. Sunday, emotional reflections and creative inspirations. The day may start tensely as Moon in Libra opposes Mars, potentially sparking brief conflicts. However, the Sun's sextile to Neptune invites us into a flow of compassion and creativity, urging us to tap into our intuition and our imaginative powers. So, the conclusion of this dynamic week: shifts in solid foundations. This week's landscape is a blend of dynamic shifts, solidifying the energies, while the early part of the week focuses on financial clarity, relationship depth. Midweek challenges may test our resolve, and the potential for our personal and financial growth is significant, especially this as the week closes with that Sun Jupiter conjunct, which amplifies our confidence and our luck. So, navigating through these transits requires an open mind, a willingness to embrace both change and stability, and staying flexible and appreciating the reliable elements of our lives. We can make the most of these opportunities and enjoy the simple pleasures that ground our daily existence. Okay, peeps, now we're going to move into this Taurus energy, embodying it and what it means for you in your sign, to you in your life. So, right before we move into all signs, my little public service announcement. I am Kimberly Crow. This is Celestial Juju. Like, share, do all those things. I come on, I do the weekly, the big ass transits of the week, the new moons, the full moons, and whatever else randomly strikes my fancy. So you can go back and watch these and what the energy is. Oh, I also did the one on the Taurus moon. That's the manifestation. And I'm working, I'll have to put the pictures up of the transformation garden and what it's been doing this week. And when that Mercury moves into Taurus, that's when I'm going to activate the crystal grid. I've loaded it down with fluorite, which brings clarity in mind. And that's when I'm going to activate the grid. So if you want your name in my transformation garden, then just say so and I will put your name in there. And if you even have an intention that you want, then state it in the comments. Say, yeah, put me in there, and then state what your intention is, and I'll activate the grid. Okay, so moving on to our release of our inner wild and what that is. Make sure you go back and watch the whole thing that I did on that, so you really understand what this energy is that we have here available for us. So I am Kimberly Crow. I am a Western astrologer using whole sign system in this energy analysis. I dabble in many systems. I'm also a human design analyst guide, whatever it is that they call that. And I do transits with that too. And I'm going to start blending it all in together so you all get to watch me flubber with that. So listen up to your big three: your rising, your sun, and your moon. Your rising are you. It's you got to know your birth time. It's what you came, what you embodied to evolve to be in this lifehood. Your sun is the day you were born. It's your light that you shine out into the world, what's reflected back to you, and it could be your career. So when you're listening to the sun things, if you're thinking about work stuff, then listen up to your sun sign. And your moon is your emotional IQ. It is how you want to be nurtured. It's how your body wants to be nurtured, and it's how you nurture others. And how do you just feel about the mood? It's the mood barometer, and it could be your mother in your chart. So here we go with the energy for the week and what these transits mean for you. Aries, this week you could tap into a new source of income and make way for unexpected windfall on May 13th, as Sun Uranus conjunct could lead to a breakthrough in your second house. All this is in your second house. Every bit of these transits are in your second house. That is how that's one of your money houses, your personal money house, your self-value, your self-worth house. It's finances, it's material possessions. It's prompting you to redistribute your funds by May 17th. You may find yourself going against the grain and rejecting some societal normals, especially when it comes to what you value. As Mercury squares off to Pluto, other people may pressure you into letting go of your individuality and trying to press you into join the bandwagon. You have every right to stick to your guns. You may feel like making an impulsive purchase around that time period by the 18th, as Venus will join the forces with Uranus in your luxurious second house energy. Spend your money on something that brings you into the future rather than what keeps you in a comfort zone. As Sun, Jupiter conjunct in Taurus, tapping into your prosperity for building wealth and allowing you to rake in the extra dough. Okay. Taurus, this week, you could peel back a new layer of your personality, your overall appearance on May 13th. The Sun, Uranus conjuncts in your sign, baby. It's in your first house. This could lead to breakthrough of your identity, prompting you to get dramatic new haircut, or break free from inhibited perspectives of who you are. Embrace your inner rebel. By May 17th, you may become a force for the public change, especially through a vehicle of your career. As Mercury in Taurus squares off with Pluto, you may find the courage to disagree with the status quo or stand up to someone who has had authority over you or does have authority over you. Be strategic in your pushback rather than aimlessly insubordinate. Okay. On May 18th, Venus in Taurus will join forces with Uranus, bringing your relationships and your fashion sense into a new era. You might celebrate your growth by dating someone unexpectedly and leaving behind a unsatisfying relationship or buying clothes you never thought you would wear. The Sun Jupiter conjunct in Taurus will turn you into a magnet for luck and expanding your confidence. Gemini, this week you could have sudden aha or receive an unexpected psychic download. On May 13th, Sun Uranus conjunct will bring a burst of clarity to your 12th house of unseen energies, prompting you to retreat from the limelight and explore your hidden depths. By May 17th, you may realize that your inner truth is no longer um, in sync with what has always been believed, especially when it comes to your spiritual philosophy and beliefs. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, you may engage in religious or intellectual debates, reinforcing new ideas and questioning the old ones. You may start crushing on someone from a distance or engaging in a adventure with someone, a secret lover by May 18th, as Venus will join forces with Uranus in your 12th house. All this is in your 12th house of omitted truths. Enjoy this um re, re, um what do you call it when you go in the inner retreat from the world, but don't lose the thread of reality. The Sun Jupiter conjunct in Taurus is strengthening your intuition and making way for these prolific dreams that may be coming to you. So pay attention to your dream time. Cancer, this week could join a movement and you could become friends with a new group, or you may make waves at your networking event. On May 13th, a Sun Uranus conjunct will bring innovation to your 11th house. That's your social network. It's also your hidden enemies house of community and ideas, helping you tap into game changing ideas that could increase your notoriety and lead you to the right people. On May 17th, there may be some threats to release some confidential information, causing some deep seated truths and hidden agendas to curtail your plans, especially if it comes up to your emotional and financial ties. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, you may be forced to navigate the politics of a new set of social dynamics, as well as compete against other strategies and loyalties. You may start crushing on a friend on May 18th as Venus will join the forces with Uranus in your 11th house of platonic connections. Let unexpected encounters inspire you as you go to the distance. Sun and Jupiter conjunct in Taurus is expanding your social circle and increasing the likelihood that people will support your dreams. Leo, this week, the cosmos is sending lightning bolts of change and momentum to your career. On May 13th, Sun Uranus conjunct will cause a storm in your 10th house of social hierarchies. The public image is shifting your influence in your professional sphere. You could accept an unexpected promotion or suddenly decide to leave your dead end job. May 17th, your reputation may run counter to agreements that you made with other people, not knowing or knowingly, unknowingly or knowingly. As Mercury squares off to Pluto, you may accidentally or intentionally ruffle a few feathers, causing you to question whether someone is truly your ally or your enemy. You may feel like hard launching a new partnership or career move by May 18th, as Venus will join forces with Uranus in your 10th house of publicity. Get ready for polarizing reactions to your sudden rebranding. A Jupiter Sun conjunct in Taurus is helping you make waves in the grapevine and establish a name for yourself. Virgo, this week, you may have a breakthrough in your studies that leads to a fresh perspective. On May 13th, the Sun Uranus conjunct will send lightning to your ninth house of philosophies. The big picture thinking and paving the way for mind blowing experiences that change your understanding of something entirely. By May 17th, you may feel overwhelmed by the demands of your day to day life, causing you to rebel against your responsibilities. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, you may crave spontaneous energy connections in a way that derails your routine. Life is too short to be predictable, which is why you may need to ask for a deadline or extension or to reschedule some appointments. You may feel like going on an exciting vacation or visiting an unexpected place by May 18th, as Venus will join forces with Uranus in your ninth house of adventure. You may even meet someone exciting during your travels, as the Sun Jupiter conjunct in Taurus. It wants to fully immerse you in new experiences and help you get the most juice out of your squeeze, Virgo. Oh, okay, Libra. This week, you may win the big stock market or get unexpected return in your investment. All this is happening in your eighth house. May 13th, the Sun Uranus conjunct is in your eighth house of financial commitments. That's like hidden money, shared money, resources, chunky money with others. It could be inheritances. It's money you get from others. Increased likelihood that'll make you a lucky gambler on that day. Don't go gamble because I said that. I do only do that if your intuition tells you to. All you have to do is roll the dice. And by May 17th, the feelings of powerlessness or insecurity could infect you in your relationships, leading to feelings of distrust that cause you to play passive aggressive mind games. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, there could be a push and pull in romance, revealing a lover's true nature and hidden intentions. No feeling of passion or ecstasy is worth being treated with disrespect. You may become intimate with someone new and unexpected by May 18th, as Venus will join forces with Uranus in your 8th house of merging energies and attachments. You may feel surprised on how fast things are moving as the Sun Jupiter conjuncts in Uranus. It's expanding feelings of emotion and closeness and long term commitment. Scorpio, this week you may experience shakeups in your one to one partnerships. On May 13th, the Sun Uranus conjunct will take place in your 7th house of allies and enemies, causing unexpected separations and introductions. You may even be possessing or getting accustomed to major relationship breakthroughs. By May 17th, you may find that your family's demands are causing conflict in relationships, leading you to set boundaries that refine your commitments and set terms for your way of life. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, you may also realize that traumas in your upbringing or early childhood are directly impacting your relationships, forcing you to recognize what needs healing. You may meet someone or break away from someone who changes the trajectory of your life around May 18th. Venus will join forces with Uranus in your relationships oriented 7th house, and relationship development may unfold a symbolic of strides that for the strides that you have made. It could be symbolic of that for you. As the Sun Jupiter conjuncts in Taurus, it's expanding the importance of the other half in your life. Sagittarius, this week, spontaneous interventions may unfold at work or lead to discovery of unexpected health concerns. On May 13th, the Sun Uranus conjunct will shake up things in your 6th house of your health wealth, your daily routines, your little, oh gosh, I can't think what the word says of what we do every day. We do the same thing over and over, forcing you to rethink habits that you live by. You may strike up a whole new way of doing your daily task and strengthen your body mind connection. By May 17th, you may find that miscommunications and conflicting opinions lead to friction. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, you may find that there's a big difference between what one says and what one does. Establish integrity in the way you communicate. Make sure you work with people who actually keep their promises. You may meet someone exciting at work around the 18th, as Venus will join forces with Uranus in your 6th house of daily day jobs and coworkers. This person could be a source of joy and wisdom as you engage in your daily duties, because Sun Jupiter conjunct in Taurus is increasing your productivity and your level of self-care. Capricorn, this week there's a strong chance that you have a creative breakthrough or you discover an exciting new hobby. May 13th, the Sun Uranus conjunct will bring innovation to your 5th house of self expression, forcing you to reconnect with your inner child and to do something you've always dreamed of doing ever since you were a kid. By May 17th, you may find that this new hobby or creative spark may cost you love of time, energy, and money. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, you may be frustrated with how expensive your desires are. To spend or not to spend is your question. Don't underestimate the way this hobby could eventually become a new revenue for you, a new revenue stream. Chances are that you'll fall in love at first sight and that you're high around May 18th, as Venus will join the forces with Uranus in your fifth house of crushes and romances. The person could be someone who's not your usual type, causing you to rethink what you're attracted to. Sun Jupiter conjunct in Taurus is helping you tap into the deeper understanding of fun and lust. Okay, Aquarius, this week you may decide to redesign your living space and move into a new home or welcome a new family member when you least expect it. May 13th, the Sun Uranus conjunct, that's your modern day ruler planet, will cause a revolution in your fourth house of domestic undertakings, leading to innovation in your understanding and what makes a home feel so sweet. On May 17th, you may witness your spiritual evolution and feel frustrated with some of the ways you're changing. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, you could discover that what you used to find comforting and nurturing is no longer doing anything for you, paving the way for inner conflicts that challenge your sense of security. You may reconnect with a family member and establish a whole new connection with them by the 18th, when Venus joins forces with Uranus in your cozy fourth house. This is all of this is in your fourth house of home, and and connections in that way. You may feel like splurging on new furniture or decor, as the Sun Jupiter conjunct in Taurus wants you to feel more at home than ever. Pisces, this week you could discover some game changing information that helps you solve major problem. On May 13th, the Sun Uranus conjunct will bring sudden bursts of insight to your third house of communication, paving the way for stimulating exchanges and topics that intrigue you. Get ready to activate a new way for your mind to work. May 17th, you may feel as though something is not being said, causing you to think someone isn't telling you the truth. As Mercury squares off with Pluto, someone's hidden intentions may not be revealed by their words. Pay attention to what history has always proven to be true. Trust your gut with something that sounds off to you. You may make friends with someone new or overturn a new leaf with a cousin or a sibling by May 18th. Venus will join forces with Uranus in your third house of communication, day-to-day encounters, which could bring forth sudden connections and change your relationships with someone. Expect your social circle to expand, because the Sun Jupiter conjunct in Taurus wants you to speak your mind and to learn for others. So that concludes our powerful week, our potential, and our reflection. So overall, this week is offering a powerful mix of stabilizing energies and dynamic shifts, whether it's in your financial section, your relationships, stabilization in your progress, or your personal growth through embracing change. That's what it's about. The stars align to offer opportunities across these various aspects of life. And by the week's end, this positive conjunct with the Sun and Jupiter not only enhances the self confidence, but it could spell financial success and deepen the joy found in simple life. So, navigating this week requires anticipation, participation in both enduring, and recognizing that something is most lasting progress comes from being open to new and the unexpected. So breathe that in. Let's breathe that in and expand. These are your grace points right here in the middle. I don't know who channeled those. I don't remember where I picked those up through through my journeys in life. I think somebody in Kashik Records maybe. So these are I do them at the same time. I don't know that that's what the directions are, but intuitively that's what I do right here. And when I do that, it brings in that stabilizing energy. So if you're feeling a little whacked out this week with all of the energies that's happening in Taurus and your own stability, breathe and hold your grace points and just feel yourself ground and drop that energy down into that core of Gaia herself, into the crystalline heart of Gaia. That's where your keyhole is. It's your keyhole to what you came here that holds your mission. So connect to that crystalline energy, connect to that as it codes into the neurons of you, into this physical DNA skin suit. So feel that amplification, feel the connection, the amplification, the expansion, and then the grounding of this energy being led by Taurus. It's holding this basin of this container for us. Okay. So breathe that in.